Thanks for having me. Thanks to Father Tony for throwing me under the bus. And as Denise said, I'm John Trusela, a parishioner here at St. Francis. Been a parishioner for about 23 years, so what you're sitting in used to be our church, and I remember it as our church, and my son was baptized in this little building in a large margarita glass. Our baptismal font. So I'm happy to spend some time with you tonight and kind of talk to you, share what wisdom I can, answer your questions, and give you a little rundown. You know, I grew up Catholic. I grew up outside of Washington, D.C. in Fairfax, Virginia. My dad was a career civil servant for the Air Force. Graduated high school, went to college, I went in the Air Force myself, and my wife, my smoking hot wife was in that. She's crashing the party too, that's Paula. We've been happily married for 26 years. We've been married for 28 years. So we'll talk about that, I'm sure. And she knows what I'm saying. I say these things all the time. And we've been very involved in our church, very involved in our faith from the get-go. So one of the things I throw out to y'all, is there anything on your mind that you want to make sure we cover or talk about or you hear from, or this is a quandary I'm in, or this is something I'm facing, or gee, how do you ... So is there anything before I start? Oh man, I did this. Actually did something. That's what I thought. So I'm going to kind of give you the rundown of my life. Now in the midst of this, if you have questions, feel free to ask and prepare. As Denise mentioned, we also speak for engaged couples here at St. Francis, also with the Archdiocese, so we're involved in a number of different things. So a little bit of background, a couple of themes I want to leave you with, two. You can take this with you. Why does building character have to suck? It's work. You'll learn that in life. My other mantra is, I'm just a coyote in the cartoon of life. Okay? So, if you notice, that dude never gives up, right? He plugs on and keeps going. And one of these days, he caught the roadrunner, he wouldn't know what to do. So in some ways, we're all chasing our own individual roadrunners. And how we approach that is going to become important. And what you place as your priorities is going to become important. You know, is your roadrunner success? Is your roadrunner your career? Is your roadrunner that you're measuring yourself monetarily? Is it finding the right spouse? Or I need to be married by the time I'm 28, or whatever age you might be. You know, I need this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. We all tend to chase those, but typically what we plan is never what happens. So something to go home with today is I would tell you, take out a piece of paper, write today's date on it, and write 25 years from now. And literally put down your vision of your life in 5-year increments for the next 25 years. Seal it up, and 25 years from now, open it. If somebody had told me to do that, I would be here today reading you my piece of paper, and my piece of paper has nothing to do with reality. Because that's not what happens. We go through life and we face obstacles, we struggle. We all have struggles. We always look at other people and we think to ourselves, oh my gosh, they got it all together. You know? I mean, I'll be frank, I believe people look at my family and they think, oh my gosh, they got it all together. But they don't know what's taken us to get here and how we've gotten here. You know, growing up, like I said, I was born, 2 older sisters. My mom and dad had 3 kids in like 38 months. We just cranked them out. We do the whole family thing. We're going to rock. We're going to be good. So I got 2 older sisters myself, mom and dad. Mom's a full-time stay-at-home mom. Dad works for the government as his career. And our faith life was basically by example. We went to church. And we did church things. We did back then, it was called CCD. Okay, we had to go to class. And fortunately, I was young enough to have missed the Baltimore Catechism, which was worse than CCD apparently. So y'all lucked out because it was found out that you had to be in 4th grade to be an altar boy. And I looked at my parents when I went into 4th grade and said, I don't want to be an altar boy. And they said, why? And I said, so I can do something during Mass. Okay? Might not be the best motivation, but I was honest. That's the way I was going to approach this. And so I did that. I ended up being an altar boy until I graduated from high school. Ended up the last 2 years in my parish back in Virginia. I ran the altar boys. I mean, I coordinated the scheduling, did everything. So it's kind of a big deal. I remember getting into high school and seeing my 2 sisters be very, very successful, and both of them being able to get into, let's use the term, good schools, right, for college. Because college was kind of given, we were never told otherwise, that it'll be different, and that was kind of the path we were going to take. So one of the first worries in my life I ever remember having that was significant was, what if I don't get into a good school? And I was petrified. And so I already knew what Plan B was.
Yeah.
They were always taking me as a priest. You know? I figured, all right, nothing else pans out. Seminary, here we go. So it ended up, I applied to 5 colleges and universities. I was accepted to all 5. I was recruited to play lacrosse, which was an up-and-coming sport, only on the East Coast back then. It's more prominent now. And everything from a small school called Hampton-Sydney to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. I had a nomination there that I turned down. Ended up going to Notre Dame. So, people would argue that I could go to school. So apparently that was important to me back then. Now, it doesn't mean anything. Nobody cares where my degree is from. Nobody says, hey, where'd you get your degree? What was your degree in? That will impress you. You ready for this one? Government and international relations with a concentration in the communist governments of East Central Europe. Highly marketable skill set. But the experience of going to college and going to a place like Notre Dame, I was immersed in my faith. You know, 90%. Somebody alumni? Okay, I'm going to feel like crap here. Sorry. What year?
17.
Oh, 30 years after me. What dorm?
BP.
Okay, my sister was in BP.
Oh,
No, she wasn't. She was in Farley. Did I get her backwards? I do this all the time. No, she was in Farley.
yeah.
Oh. So, sidebar there. But when you're there, your dorm is your home. Your dorm was your fraternity or sorority, because they don't exist at Notre Dame. There's a priest in every guy's dorm. There's typically a nun in every girl's dorm. We had Mass every night. Our Mass was at 10:30. We would show down, walk down there barefoot, shorts and a t-shirt, go to Mass. You know, so faith was convenient. So in that way, it was a very good foundation builder for me. Now, another place I've heard of that does very well with this is up at Texas A&M. I'm going to say that because my son, who is a senior at Antonian, will be going to A&M next year. So we hope he's involved in the St. Mary's community and has a lot of faith exposure. Because I think that's something that helps set a foundation. And it's interesting, one of the things that I kept my faith alive was I started a little thing, and I don't even know if my wife knows this or not, but whenever I walked out of the building at Notre Dame, as soon as I caught sight of the dome, I said, Hail Mary. So I probably said 5 decades of the rosary every day, in all the buildings you're doing and things like that. Why did I choose to do this? I have no idea. It's just something I started doing. So then I graduated, and I went through ROTC, and I was going to get pilot. And then we were having issues in the military with getting people involved and costs and budgets and all this fun stuff, so they were delaying us from going in. So I graduated in May, and they said you might be waiting a year before you go into the service. So I figured out what to do. Went home, of course. And then, lo and behold, all of a sudden, no, I got picked up in one of the first classes, and I'm now going out to Arizona in October to start pilot training. I get out there, I start pilot training. I do pretty good, but apparently it's also important to land the planes. So I can take off, I can fly, I can do all this stuff, but apparently takeoffs are supposed to equal landings, and I had some issues. So my dream of being a pilot just fizzled. Now I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Well, one of the funny things is I worked for the government when I was in high school. I worked for the United States Marshal Service at their headquarters. So I was familiar with the Department of Justice and law enforcement. So I thought, well, I got this thing in the Air Force called OSI, Office of Special Investigation. This would be pretty cool. I think I'll go do that. And they took me. So I spent the next 6 years in the Air Force in what's called the Office of Special Investigations. Remember the old Series 24? Okay, I lived that. Primarily worked counterintelligence, counterespionage, anti-terrorism, counter-narcotics, and saw things that I should have never seen, and I never should have been involved in, and I never wish I knew about that happens in our world. What I was exposed to. One of the good things that came of all this was that I was able to meet my wife, and it's interesting how that came about because the fact was I was at one base, and there were two of us waiting to become agents, and they decided they were going to move us to where we're going to be stationed. And I was dating a girl who was from Phoenix, and they sent me to Charleston, South Carolina. And the other dude was getting sent to Tucson, Arizona to a base there. And he looks at me and goes, man, I'd really like to go to Charleston. And I said, well, I've got a girlfriend in Phoenix. Tucson's, it's like between here and Austin. I'm like, let's swap. So we called up and just said, hey, can we swap? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Let's swap. So now I'm going down to Tucson. So I get down there after training, and I'm there. And one of the units I'm representing and working with is the hospital. And my wife Paula comes in as a young lieutenant into the hospital, into administration, and had some issues. This is back during the Cold War, okay? So the Union was the enemy, they were the bad guys, and there was times when they would always solicit people to sign up for a magazine called Soviet Life. And they were collecting information about Americans. So she got something on that, and I went in and took the information and met her. For me, she knows this too. It was love at first sight. So, oh my God, this girl's great. Went back and told my commander. He's like, oh, no, stay away from her. She just got here. What do you mean? She's been here a month. Oh, no. Her dad's a general. Well, my retort was, so is mine. Because in the civilian aspects of the military, my dad was in senior executive service. He was also a general officer equivalent. And he's like, well, you don't want to do that. I'm like, well, so I already had these plans that Paula would be the girl I would marry. She had no idea. Ended up wanting to meet one of the attorneys that we worked with, and I knew he was a total jerk, so I said, yeah, sure, I'll introduce you. What do I got to lose? It won't last long. 90 days later, they're not seeing each other anymore. Still in. Her roommate's getting married. We go to a little reception, because she and I, one of our bonds was we go to church, right? We go to church. And we're at a roommate's reception, and the dad's like, oh, you guys are so... I understand, you guys are going to get married too. And she doesn't even skip me. Oh, God, no. Hey, I'm a contender. But I wore her down. It was a battle of attrition. One of the best things was her dad, because he kept talking about, she would talk to him, this was back in the dark ages, we had his telephone, he would call once a week, because long distance was expensive. And he finally just said, this is John guy. Oh, he's a good friend. Well, he's not hanging around for his help. And so eventually I was able to persuade her to fall in love with me. Rush to get married. In the midst of planning our wedding, the first Gulf War kicks off. Fortunately, it was quick and fast. We were so good, it was over before we knew it. Matter of fact, the Army freaked out because the war ended before the Army got to play Army. So, but at one point she was supposed to deploy. We're trying to plan a wedding, and she ended up not deploying. And then to have our wedding, we decided we would get married back in Washington, D.C., because we have a lot of family up on the East Coast. We're in Tucson, we're getting married in Washington, D.C., at Bowling Air Force finish that up, and then we start looking at what are we going to do next now that we're, been in the Air Force for a few years. We have to look at assignments, and we start working on trying to get an assignment together because we're both, a couple. And you want to go together. Typically, that's better for marriage. You and your spouse are together. So we go, and my assignment is the lead of this because they're trying to get me being an OSI into something special. My assignment was on again, off again, 12 different times in the course of 6 months. You're going, you're not going, you're going, you're not going. And this is to go to Herbert Field in Florida, to the United States Air Force Special Operations School, to be an instructor in the dynamics of international terrorism. So we were building IEDs before anybody knew what an IED was. But anyhow, we get there. We get there, we start looking for a house, we find a house, we're going to settle in, and oh, by the way, we won the damn Cold War. So what happens when you win a Cold War? The military is overmanned, they got too many people, so what do? They have something called reduction in force. We've been there 3 months, and I was notified that it's September, and you're going to be out of the United States Air Force by December 31st. We were living in basically a hotel on base, waiting to get a house, and now we had to see if we could qualify with one income. Our dream of seeing the world as an Air Force family and becoming colonels and having kids and doing all these things all of a sudden started to fall apart. So now by December, I've got to get out. And oh, by the way, about that same time, we get a phone call from my family, and I'm told by my parents that my father's terminally ill and dying. So that's up. So now I'm out. I'm trying to find what I'm going to do with myself in Northwest Florida. Anyone ever been there? Destin? Fort Walton Beach? It's known as the Redneck Riviera. Okay, great if you're a tourist, crappy if you're trying to find a job, in something other than hospitality. So we're going through all this. I'm kind of blowing out. Things aren't going so well for me in my life. In hindsight, we can both say now that we also saw that our Cinderella dream had ended, that we weren't going to be going to do this Air Force thing forever. All of a sudden, I'm out. What are we going to do? How's this going to happen? I started to kind of be a jerk. And at one point, Paula says to me, I want a divorce. So now I have the country western song. Lost my house, lost my job, lose my dad, lose my wife. It was one day sitting at our kitchen table when she was determined, and basically her attitude was, God doesn't want me to be miserable, so we just need to part ways. Then I sat down and talked to her a little bit about the covenant of marriage. From the standpoint of, hey, look, you know what, we both believe in our faith, and both of us came from good, strong Catholic upbringings, and we believe in our faith that this is a union between man, woman, and God. So how do we waltz away from this so easily? And she at least bought off on the idea that we should stick it out and try everything we can, and after that, if we've done that, and we decide it's still not going to work, then we move forward. Well, she says I changed. I actually say she changed. So I guess we both changed. And needless to say, now we're still here. So I went on to graduate school. Decided that a degree in the communist governments of East Central Europe after the Cold War really wasn't going to do much for me. And I went and got my MBA. So I went to grad school. Paul was still active duty. I was what's known as a dependent husband. She's taking care of me. And I had to memorize her social security number, and we stayed there. I'm extending grad school because she's still got some time, so I'm using the GI Bill, kind of taking my time in classes just enough to count as a full load. Not too many more because we've got a couple of years, so I'm not in a hurry. And then she gets an assignment to come here to San Antonio. So now I had to compress my MBA program into one last semester, so I had to take the 3 hardest classes in 1 semester. And she left. So, and then also my father did pass away. So I started with my mom trying to help her figure out stuff when Dad was gone. What do you have? What's this? Kind of financially kind of things. And people in my grad program and people I talk to say, hey, you're really good at this. You should think about doing it. You're really good at this. You should think about doing it. So had a problem, they took care of them. I'm going to look into this too. So there's my God moment. What should you be doing? You know, I went through college doing what I thought I should be doing, what I thought I wanted to be doing. I went through graduate school, the early years of my marriage, doing what I thought I should be doing what I wanted. And then I kept getting nudged and nudged. Hey, you're good at this. Hey, you do pretty well. You help explain things to people. You can talk to people, they can understand, et cetera, et cetera. And then there was this ad for American Express. So I went and interviewed. Got through the process. The orientation, came home all excited. Hey, hon, I'm going to do this job. I have to pay to get all my licensing, and I'm not going to make money for at least 3 to 5 years. I'm really excited about it. Can I do it? And we talked it through, and thank God we communicated. We decided, yeah, we'd give it a shot, because she was working full-time. We had a predictable income. I could go out on my own, be self-employed, which I am today. And now 22 years later, here I am, still doing what the work path came in for me. But again, Air Force, government, you know, I did a stint helping a dentist do some business work. You start making a list of the things you do until you finally end up where it is that you're supposed to be. And I don't know if, you know, I finally listened to God, or He finally kicked me hard enough to send me in the path that I needed to go. And you know you're in the right place when you firmly believe in your mind it's a vocation, that you're doing what you're called to do. And that's the best time to know you're doing the right thing. So as you start off, you might not be doing what you want to do, but do it and do the best job you can, because that's what's going to be most important. And opportunities will fall into your lap. Some of them are going to be scary, you know. Hey, I used to get negative paychecks. Anybody ever have a negative paycheck? We got one? Okay. All right, if you're self-employed, you might know this. All of a sudden, they're taking things back that I hadn't paid on. I'm like, what? You know? And it's a different world. I was working 80 to 100 hours a week. And I was doing it for 3 years. But then you start to get traction. And the time I started to get traction, Paula decides the Air Force isn't for her. Now, this is one of the things early in our relationship I was waiting for. And I waited and waited and waited because I knew it wasn't going to work for her to be a career Air Force, and I wasn't going to be able to schlep around all over the United States and the world. But she had to come to that realization. And it did come about. So now we're taking a pay cut, she's getting out, and I have to help support us. Not only help support us, I'm it. You know? And you can kind of change how you look at things. But it's through doing things, and it's through involvement. Like seeing in the bulletin one day, they had the information about the finances of the church. And I just walked up to then Father Jim, who was our pastor, and said, "Is there a finance council?" He's like, "Yes, I'd like to be on it." It's a 3-year appointment. 23 years later, I'm still doing it. Okay? But it's living your faith day in and day out in the simplest of things. Heavenly Father, be with me today. Shed your loving grace upon us. Wrap us in the guidance and protection of your Son, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and bring the Holy Spirit into our lives and everything we think, say, and do, so that we may grow in peace, love, faith, and trust. That's my prayer every morning. This replaced the Hail Mary when I saw the Golden Dome at Notre Dame. And when I pull up my car into my parking spot at work, and I turn off the engine, I start with that prayer. I don't literally pray that much the rest of the day, but I have that. And it has grown now. There's much, much more than that. You know, I'm asking for blessings for everybody, and for our son, and for us, and all these different things. But I joke with Paula that I have to walk, you know, a circuitous route to get to the front door of the office because all I'm doing is praying the whole time. But I made that a bit of routine. So you make your faith a bit of routine. And sometimes when you don't want to, the routine keeps you going. It's like, you know, the pedaling the bicycle. One leg's doing it, the other one's not. One leg's doing it, the other one's not. Sometimes the other one's not. But something still gets us to go. Still gets us to go to Mass. Back in the dark ages, before the internet, we did not have a way to find out where the closest church was, and where the phone app and all Mass app and these kind of things. We'd have to hunt it down and look in the phone book. But I mean, as kids growing up, we still went So I just had this routine brought into me. And so that routine is something that brings into your life that you want to continue to have. And that routine can be something as simple as being a lector, being an usher, hospitality minister, being a Eucharistic minister, being involved in it, being an altar boy so you didn't have to sit still the whole time. Okay, I had ADD before they invented ADD. So, whatever it is that gets you to do it, you want to start doing it. And that'll kind of keep you called. And then all of a sudden you start finding yourself doing more and more things. But you do have to learn to say no. One of the problems with a lot of people is they don't know how to say no. And you have to realize even in your faith life, when the church is calling you to do more and more, sometimes you do have to say no. But dabble in all sorts of things. Don't just be involved in acts if your church has that. Do that, but then go find something else. And go do something else. And be part of something like y'all are here, you know? And keep sampling and testing and trying. And that kind of helps guide you. And then you got to be different. Because society tells us today to go out and get everything. If you want it now, you deserve it now, you should have it now. You earned it. No. What are your priorities? You know, growing up or in the Air Force, they would talk about mission first, which is the mission of the Air Force comes above everything else. My boss, God love him, would say, family first. At Notre Dame, they have a saying over the arch of the Basilica, which is a memorial to the World War I veterans, God, country, Notre Dame. If I ever got a tattoo, that's what it would be, but no reason. But you got to take that, you got to realize God needs to be first. So it's God, family, career, or work. Third, at best. But so often, we sacrifice God and family for the sake of our career and the sake of our success. And if you're torn in that, you need to start asking yourself, what should I be doing? How can I make a change? What can I do differently? And that's what I would tell you is, okay, you know, me 25 years ago, listen. God's telling you what to do. And you could be doing the right thing. But listen. Because I kept trying to go here, and trying to go here, and trying to go here, and trying to go here. It's like, okay. Here you go. So this is the way you need to do it. And so over time, you can begin to understand that. And you can begin to see that that's kind of the routes we take. You know, when I was in my 20s, early 30s, we didn't have groups like this. I mean, I can't think of, other than the old people's group, what is that called? Silver Stars? I mean, it's like, that was it. That's like, well, there's one. You know? But there's so much more to celebrate our faith. And get to know your faith. Here's one of the things that I think is really, really important that most people, making sure I'm good on time. Is somebody going to flag me when I'm, you know, getting close? Okay, good. Flog, whatever. I'm in there. Okay. You know what? You're not going to take away my birthday, so I don't care. Another good attitude to have. Embrace your faith. You all are sitting here because it's young Catholic professionals. All right? It's a professional networking organization that, oh, by the way, our language in common is we're all Catholic. My God, that's awesome. I think we need a middle-aged Catholic professionals group. That's called Knights of Columbus now. But to be able to have that and to be part of that is such a wonderful experience. And it's something that you also now want to start to take and educate yourself on your faith. One of the best things that Paul and I did, and we'll only do it once, and we've already done it once, is we became sponsors for RCIA. Okay? You will learn more about the intricacies of your faith if you do that. And I will tell you, most RCIA candidates who become converts in the room who converted from some other faith, okay? You guys know more about Catholic faith than Cradle Catholic. Because we just know we go and do it. We go, sit, stand, kneel, pray, you know. But you guys know a lot more of the intricacies and intimacies of our faith. But I challenge you all to go out and do that. And one of the most important things, I'm going to get on a little bit of a soapbox here, is become informed. Okay? What is the church's position on certain things? Capital punishment. Can we or can't we? Up until just a year or two ago, we could. It's just Pope Francis who came out and said, never. But until then, under the right circumstances, with nothing else being possible, capital punishment was accepted. But we need to know these things. Okay? Why does the church tell us not to use artificial conception? It's contraception. Or actually, why does the church tell us not to use artificial conception? Okay? Well, how can it not be okay for people to go through in vitro fertilization when they want to be parents? Because part of the covenant of marriage is God saying a man and woman join and become one. And with that, they bring life. If the life is brought out of the womb, it's man trying to play God. But go learn the doctrine of the church. Learn what is taught and why. And sometimes it's because we don't want to hear the answer that we already know. And over the past 25 years of faith building, more than that, I've become closer and closer to my faith by learning the wisdom of the only faith that goes back to Jesus Christ directly. And even with all the fallibility of human beings, even with all the problems, you know what? You know why the church is messed up? There's people in it. Okay? We're all sinners. And there's a degree of sin. But if you know what's taught and why, it can be very helpful and very positive for you to be more informed. Okay? Oral contraception today does not prevent conception. You didn't know that. It prevents implantation. Meaning it prevents the conceived child from implanting in the uterus to begin to grow. So what does that mean? If you're involved in using oral contraception, it means the simple fact that the child can be conceived and born in the likeness of God, and you're terminating the pregnancy by choice. So I don't want to be on this soapbox forever, but learn. Learn and understand. Look at something, and I'm saying this because y'all are young, some of y'all know aren't married, maybe you are, maybe you're dating, maybe you whatever, but one of the things to look at is look at the church's doctrine and its purpose behind what it's saying about these things. Look at things like family planning, okay? Because it is just as effective as any other type of contraception. It's a contraception by avoiding the moment, which God gives us free will. And we're not doing anything wrong by choosing that. But we tend to justify things in our mind. Right now, I'm planned. By the way, Abby Johnson, where is she from? College Station. Texas A&M is where she started and where she worked in Planned Parenthood. So, shout out to her. So, learn. Learn your faith. Anything you question in your faith, look at both sides. Look at the fair and balanced aspects of things. Oh, I don't like the church because they say this. Do they? Who told you they said that? Go find out for sure. Be an inquisitive mind. And it's going to do one of two things. And most likely what's going to happen is you're going to be drawn more to the faith. Scott Hahn, you guys heard of him? Okay, Rome, Sweet Home is his book about his conversion testimony. He went to prove the Catholic Church wrong, he became Catholic. It's amazing how that happens so many times, right? It just is unbelievable. So be involved. Express your faith at work. I have a crucifix in my office. It's right there. I'm not going to hide behind it. Yes, I am Catholic. First off, I got a diploma from Notre Dame, too. People, duh. I mean, if you could have taken that, this guy's probably Catholic. But show it. St. Francis, we use this, especially with our mission work. Preach the gospel every day, and if necessary, use words. So I want people to see that I'm a Christian and that I'm Catholic through the way I act and through what I do. And we lead missions teams to Central America every year here from St. Francis. Started that over 12 years ago. My wife Paula always knew that I just wanted to go out and do something in the third world. And Father Jim Hankey did this with some family some bugs. We had just a good old time. And Paula and all the wives would sit there and laugh about our stories and hear all about it. And then she's like, hey, that's great, man. You did your mission. Let's move on. I'm like, yeah. I don't think so. So like I said, 12 years since, I've been doing it every year. Paula has gone on 2 trips with me. My son Paul has been on 3. He'll be on our 4th one. He'll finish the Central American countries this year, so he's been Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and he's going to Honduras this year. Also been in Haiti. And I don't speak a lick of Spanish, nor do I speak any Haitian Creole, and preach the gospel every day and necessarily use word. Because the people come and they see us and we're preaching. We're preaching with our hands. And you can do that at work. You can do that with the people you interact with. Sometimes say, oh, wasn't that fun? Wasn't that a coincidence? There's God's involved. Just leave it at that, walk away. Just drop God grenades every once in a while. You'd be amazed. Because one of these days you're going to touch somebody and they're going to come to you and say, I want to talk about this. Or, hey, I see this in you. Tell me more. And that's what you want to be. That's what you want to be able to offer people. You want to offer them the fact that I'm here, I believe what I believe, I'm steadfast in my beliefs, nothing's going to sway my beliefs, and I can continue to do what I do. Have integrity.